Tyrod Taylor will start against the Jets for the Giants, which I saw the very positive response from Giants fans. That's a whole nother topic. But Daniel Jones, while he's been limited in practice, he has not been cleared for contact. And what was more interesting was Brian Daboll not being definitive on if Daniel Jones will definitely return this year. So this is from Pat Leonard. He's covered the Giants for a while. He said, so this is interesting. Brian Daboll cannot answer in the affirmative if Daniel Jones will be able to play again this season. This is different than how he had answered that question in previous weeks. Hashtag Giants.
Hashtag Giants.
Got to get it in there.
Yeah, no, that's...
I mean, obviously neck injuries and not Daniel Jones' first neck injury. Very serious.
Very serious.
And this is a change in tone. I don't know if that has to do with the team having more success with Tyrod or if this is worse than they thought for Daniel Jones. There's a lot going on here, and quite frankly, we don't know what the future holds for Daniel Jones this season.
A lot to unpack here. Connor, you're in the prediction business. Who do we see first this season? Daniel Jones or Aaron Rodgers?
Wow.
Among New York quarterbacks.
I still lean Daniel Jones. Aaron Rodgers is trying to test modern science, and the Jets need to make the playoffs, which is not a gimme right now.
Yeah, but you are an SNY. You do the pre and post game of the Jets show. Somebody is going to cut this and clip this and tag Aaron Rodgers in it.
I'll still say, great. This is a challenge.
Okay.
Daniel Jones, absolutely Daniel Jones. There's no shot Aaron Rodgers can make it back before Daniel Jones. I don't believe it at all.
Yeah, to be fair, no one's ever injected ayahuasca into their Achilles to repair the tendon, so you never know with Aaron Rodgers. But yeah, I just think, look, Daniel Jones could be back in a week. He could be out for the season. I don't think there's any certainty. It's just a guessing
Is
game.
Brian Daboll using the Tua timeline?
Right.
Somewhere down the line.
Anyway, we don't mean to joke about Daniel Jones' injury. That is serious. We feel bad for him. Get better soon, Daniel. Rooting for that. The positives here as it relates to our world of fantasy football is that the Giants have been better under Tyrod Taylor, whether it's because the schedule has gotten easier, because of his veteran leadership, because just things are clicking. I don't know, but over the past 2 games, you see it there on your screen. They beat my Commanders. They should have beaten Buffalo, honestly. A little bit of a boneheaded play by Tyrod Taylor at the end of the first half that could have made that a different outcome for the New York Football Giants. And it's not like they lit up the Commanders. They only put up 14 points. The defense is playing better. Is honestly the real turnaround for the Giants. Is the turnaround. But the fact of the matter is I think for our purposes, it feels like, if nothing else, Tyrod Taylor seems to have unlocked Darren Waller. Yeah, I mean, Waller's, after a slow start to the season, Waller's had a really nice couple of games here for the Giants as well. We've started to see some Wan'Dale Robinson, Jalen Hyatt, who you and I both like as well, start to come on. So I think fantasy-wise, Tyrod Taylor is somebody that we think has some fantasy value, obviously, because of both the legs and the arm. Last 2 weeks, he's averaging 16 fantasy points per game. So, listen, if you're out Brock Purdy this week and you need a guy, like, again, it's not, you don't love the matchup against the Jets, but
Sauce and DJ Reed will play. That's official as of today.
Yeah.
I think the big thing is for Jalen Hyatt, who quietly has played 97 snaps the past 2 weeks. He played 29 the first 2 weeks. They're trending towards more of a youth movement, I think. And Tyrod, like we talked about this, people think Tyrod's like dink and dunk because of his performance at Buffalo. No, Tyrod likes to chuck it up. And Jalen Hyatt runs more deep routes than anyone else on the Giants. So I think that he is a guy, in deeper leagues who is of interest the rest of the season.
Yeah. And by the way, if you have Daniel Jones in a league, which I do in too, go grab Tyrod if there's no one of it. If you're in a Superflex league, the 2 leagues where I have Daniel Jones, it's Superflex leagues, and so I went out and...
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.